allow my tears in a testimony. Oh, you meant for a queen, and so unclean. My alabaster box.
I came not with pride, but with pain. Not with polish, but with tears.
I know that there are things that I must do in order for me to grow in you. Like, oh, that rhymed. But there are things that I must do in order for me to grow in you. Sometimes those things seem like the hardest thing in the world at the time. Sometimes those things seem like, it doesn't seem, I know that it is. It's exactly the thing that I've been avoiding. And I never know why. I never know why I avoid it. I could never understand before why, I always put it off. Like, I would see it, I would recognize it, you would show it to me. And it was like I couldn't deal with it. It was too much. I didn't have the capacity, or I was already overwhelmed with so much stuff. Conquering that, it just seemed so big. Not bigger than you, just big for me. After a while, it becomes painful because of everything that I avoid for so long, over and over again, be the very thing that I need to conquer in order to stop the pain that I'm like praying about. And that is frustrating. I use that word a lot. I get frustrated. I get frustrated because I'm so used to having control, and allowing you to have control is like taking my hands off of things and not having a plan. Learning to trust you for real has been like crazy for me, because I'd be thinking that I'm trusting you, and then I'll catch myself, and it's like I'll be making a plan and really don't even realize that I'm doing it. That's the crazy part, that I can subconsciously start to create a plan, start to move around you, and swear that like I'm like consulting you. That's what bothers me the most, because that's what frustrates me about myself. Because like, I'm praying like for discipline, and I'm praying for consistency, and I'm trying to build schedules in my natural life, so now I can take that same way and move it over into my spiritual life. And it just seems so hard to stick to a schedule. I am like I don't know if like you made me like this or what. Like, literally can start something and then something else takes my attention away. And I joke all the time that I got ADD, but I don't want to, put that on myself if I don't have it. But I got a lot of the symptoms. So, if I need to go get diagnosed, and just, send a sign or whatever. Because I'm struggling real bad with, just the consistency and discipline that it takes to remember that you're in control. I think like a lot of the other things, they come naturally. They like, depending on you, leaning on you. Trusting you is not natural for me. And I don't know why. Like, I trust you. Like, I know you can. I know you will. I know that you have a plan for me. But it's just like sometimes I be feeling like sitting and doing nothing is not what you want. I don't know. I guess because for so long my value was equated by what I do, and now I'm like coming out of that, and I'm looking towards you, and I'm seeing that my value doesn't diminish because I'm incapable. Not with you. But then I think about like all of the things that, you present in me and say, hey, this is what I need your attention on. This is what I need you to work on. And I work on it, and it's just like, okay, I conquer that. And then I move on to the next thing. I don't really think I actually I'm not stuffing it. I can't say that I'm stuffing it. I can't say that I'm stuffing it. But I do feel like I may not be fully dealing with the issue fully. Like, I don't know how to say it, but that's how I feel like maybe I'm not fully dealing with it. Or maybe like partially handling it. And then there are some parts that I don't want to touch, or some parts that I feel like are too fragile for me. Some parts of me that are too fragile for me to touch. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to leave this part of me in your hands. And sometimes I feel like I don't actually leave it in your hands. I just choose not to deal with it. And that's me being honest. But in saying that, like when you came and you were telling me that I needed to grieve the old man and grieve the plans that I had made for my life and really get over the fact that, where I thought my life was going, how I thought it was going to be, it's not going to be anymore. That kind of broke me. I don't know, because I prayed a lot and prayed for changes to be made. I prayed for people to treat me different. I prayed for you to unhearten hearts. And a part of me is just like, how do I move past this? Wholeheartedly, okay, I'm grieving, but when do the tears stop? When does it stop hurting? When do I stop wanting it? Not wanting it in a sense I want my life to go that way, but when am I supposed to let go of hope for that thing? Hope for those things. I prayed for changes and I prayed for a lot of changes. And the only thing that you changed was me. And now I'm in a world that I don't know. I'm in a space that I don't know as a person that I don't know. And you want me to grieve a former life while I'm walking into this new life and I'm letting those things go and I'm happy to let them go. It just hurts really bad because some parts of me still have that, why wasn't I good enough? Some parts of me still has that, I get angry and I was like, it's not me. It's them. I'm loving, I'm forgiving. I put myself out there. I take the risk. But now I sit and I think about it and I'm just I feel like in my former life, I was running into burning buildings trying to save my things. And sometimes I would get consumed. But now it's just I'm watching my things go up in flames. I'm watching my life be wrecked. And I'm watching my life flip. 1 minute it was all together and then the next minute it was just in disarray. But I don't feel afraid. I don't feel scared. And I'm I know this is for my good. I know it's for my good. I know it's for my good. But it doesn't make it hurt any less. It doesn't stop that unraveling feeling. I don't feel like I'm in danger. I feel really safe. I just feel really unsure because I can't see what's coming. I don't know which way I'm going. I don't know which way you're taking me. And I feel like I'm walking and step behind you. And I'm just holding on to the hem of your garden, walking and step behind you. And I'm trusting you in the sense that I know where you're leading me is better than where I was. But I also don't want to look back like Lot's wife. But then a part of me feels like I need to look back because I need to understand that those things have to come off of me. Because as I'm walking with you, they are trailing me and it's becoming heavy. It's becoming heavy because a part of my mind says, why wasn't I good enough for that? And then the other part of my mind is telling me that I'm better than that. So I feel like I'm in a war in myself. And I have almost nothing left. And the crazy part of it is, part of me feel like it's something wrong with me. Because I feel like I'm okay. I'm going through something. The physical me, my mind is telling me that I'm going through a tribulation. But my spirit doesn't feel like I'm going through a tribulation because I feel close to you. And for me, as long as I'm close to you, then nothing else matters. So I think that's where the war comes in at. Because my body is are you crazy? Do you see that everything is burning down around you? But then I'm locked in this space with you. And it's just okay, everything can burn down around me. I have what I need. And it makes me seem crazy because it doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. It's not computing in my brain. I was being processed in my spirit. And there are times where I get in my mind and I'm like, oh my God. But there are times where I'm just like fully with you and I'm just like, I have you, so that's all I need. And to me, former me would be freaking out, right? Former me would have came up with a plan. Former me would have been out doing Instacart, doing this here, doing this to make the money, this, that, that. Like I would have had all of them. And now I'm just sitting like, I feel like, I think it's like a mixture of things, God. Cause like, I kind of feel like useless now because the status that I had, the position that I had, the titles that I had, I don't have those anymore. To be honest, I'm more like at peace. I'm more at peace without all of it. But for some reason, I feel like I should chase it because that's what I'm used to. That was my norm. And now my norm isn't normal. I think trying to process this with you, I don't know.